Howdy my friends, welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 3. This is Sky Hurricane, and I just now realized that I have absolutely no blue cars in my garage. No blue. I guess the Mini Cooper is probably the closest to blue that I have. But that's really more of a green, metallic green. Well, it says Hawaiian blue. It's kind of turquoise, but I don't know. But yeah, in the last part we did the endurance race on Seattle with our Chrysler PT Cruiser. Yeah, that was definitely a thing that happened. It was something. And we won this thing, which is retardedly overpowered for almost every championship in the game. Where it actually, they will actually let it in almost any championship. Except for like the one-make races and certain things like that. The four-wheel drive championships, stuff like that. But it's really crazy. You could actually do like, I could actually go here, and I think it would let it in the Japanese championship. I mean, of course I'm not going to do that. I promise I'm not going to really use it very much. The only way I would really use it extensively for extra things was to do stuff off screen, that was only for grinding purposes or to win a certain car or whatever. But for actual progression of the game, we're definitely not going to do that. And I don't plan to even have to grind at all. But let's get in our Audi TT that we'd use for the four-wheel drive championship. And we did a little minor tuning to it. There you can see our stats. So hopefully we'll be able to win the Audi TT Tourist deal thing. Hopefully. But yeah, we making some progress. So yeah, all we'll have is we have these three things. We already did the Vits. We have that one 4, that one 5, that one 6. So we have 6 things to do. Okay. So this will probably be in its own video here. Wow, you actually get 5,000 for all these races. It might actually be challenging, y'all. I don't know. I really have no idea. I would assume since it's just a beginner event that it shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know. But yeah, we have driven this before. I think there is another TT challenge much later in the game, so either in the amateur or the professional events. I think there is another one, so yeah, it seems like we're not gonna have a hard time here. Should have hit one of the blue cones. The different color cones that you see. Usually cones are orange in this game, but sometimes you see blue ones. I can't believe though that I don't have any blue cars. That's just not like me at all, And I almost bought the MR2 GTS blue and of course the PT Cruiser. I haven't really bought very many cars though. This Audi TT was another one I bought. That might be really all I bought though. The Audi TT, the MR2, and the PT Cruiser. So I don't know if I've bought any more than that or not. So I won the Camaro. I won almost everything else that I've used. Yeah, I definitely think having the ASM off helps in cornering. I definitely noticed that on the Seattle race with the PT Cruiser. It did turn a little better than normal. Which is not saying much, but well, this may be a little too easy. But of course, this is only the first race. For some reason, they always get more powerful as the championship progresses. It's really weird. I don't know why that is. This is a pretty car though. I like the Audi emblem with the 4 rings. I think that's pretty cool. I really wish they would bring a damage feature into the Gran Turismo series. I know they've thought about it off and on. They've contemplated it, but I mean, it would make it more realistic. But then again, I guess they want you to really get a feel for the car, you know, for each of the cars. But honestly, I know, I mean, I think I read something, I really botched that. I think I read something about the reason they haven't, or they have decided not to do damage feature was that they didn't want some people to think that some of the cars were worse, you know, sucked worse, you know, because of damage they took or whatever. But I don't think anybody would really think that. I mean, I really don't. Because, I mean, that would depend on your driving, you know, the damage that you were taking. Of course, you know, unless you were just getting raped by the computers and they just kept running into you. But, of course, their cars would get damaged, too. So. And, of course, where you take damage, you know. For example, in this Audi here, where the engine's in the front, even though it's four-wheel drive, if you got hit in the back, it wouldn't really hurt you too bad, you know. But if you hit somebody, if you ran into somebody, you know, real hard, and you hit them in your front, you know, it would damage your car. But anyway, I'll shut up about that, because it doesn't really matter. They're not going to listen to me. We already know this. Y'all don't even listen to me, probably. I mean, why would you? I'm kidding. Gosh, I'm such a nerd. It's so ridiculous sometimes. Beautiful Audi TTs. I do kind of like that blue color. It's very serene. I think I do like the silver better though. And black's pretty cool too. I wish I'd got the MR2 in black. That would have been great. Alright, next. That was way easy. Almost a 3-second lead. Laguna Seca. Yep, that's right. You just get to where you memorize them. You're doing them so much. Memorize how the starting points look. You know, if it wasn't always sunset on Laguna Seca, or I don't know, this could be sunrise, sunset or sunrise. If it wasn't always one or the other, then you probably wouldn't be able to guess what track it was so easily. Ooh, red Audi TT wanting me. I'm just gonna call you Red. And then a silver one just like me, I think. And I can't drive for whatever reason. Yeah, it'll be fun eventually doing the 90 laps endurance race in this game. Yeah, I can't believe I already got that Formula GT car though. I mean, that pretty much already just broke the game. Of course, I guess that's why you could argue that you should do those for later, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna use it. And I did say at the very beginning of this that I wouldn't necessarily do everything in order. I'm just going to do things, you know, how I would, you know, how I normally would, just casually. Because, you know, I'm here to have fun. And I'm having fun. I don't want to stress myself out by trying to be so meticulous. I do everything in such great order. Which really, so far, I have done things kind of in order. You know, I haven't moved on to any of the amateur or professional events. Although I've been tempted to, I'm not going to lie. I would like to finish all these beginner events first. But, you know. 2.4-second lead. Kind of keeping up with them pretty good. They're just waiting on me to mess up. I guess red's still in third. Oh man, red's catching up to silver. Look at that. Yeah, that turn becomes a lot sharper in I think Gran Turismo 5 or 6, one of those. Anyway, you can't really take it at full throttle. It's completely different. It may be a lot different in Gran Turismo 4. Which I know y'all, it's hard to believe. Gran Turismo 4, it's been the longest since I played that one, you know, if any other. But of course, I did an LP of Gran Turismo 5 and 6 first. And, you know, I hadn't played Gran Turismo 4 since before I even started my channel, which was years ago. Probably 2011, 2012 at the latest. 3.5 second lead. Wow, these are just too easy. Poor red, he only got third. Blue got fifth. How messed up are the points? Looks like that other Audi TT is a little darker. Might be just my imagination. Seems like they did have a few different shades of silver. We have 3 people that are tied for fourth. It's funny. But then again, I'm easily amused, so. Next. It's going by relatively easily. I don't know if I like that more or if I like it to where it's just so painstakingly, ridiculously tough that I'm getting annoyed. I don't know which I like better. Because this is so easy that it's probably boring, but then again it could be so tough that I'm getting frustrated and ticked off. So it's hard to know. Oh, blue. Red really wants to pass silver there. Really does. Blue's catching up too. Look at that. So what's next after this? Is it the Legend of the Silver Arrow, the Mercedes thing? Oh golly, I really did not take that curve wheel. Sliding, drifting. Looks like red's third, but yeah, red is third. Red likes that third place. Thing is, of doing the Legends of the Silver Arrow, I'm not going to win any money from that, but I'm going to have to buy an expensive car to even do it. Of course, that's how it goes, isn't it? But yeah, you know, whatever car we do buy from it, we'll be able to use later. So that's something. I love how you're going uphill there and you lose all your speed. Three-second lead, wow. Well, this is pretty much Gran Turismo for you. This is recording Gran Turismo. Me running into walls. Yay. And wow, they closed up that gap. Golly, they really are battling it. Looks like Blue's having a tough time keeping up fourth. But I think he's maintaining it. I really love this track in this game. It may actually be one of my favorites in this game, you know, despite its brutality. Hard to believe Trial Mountain being one of my favorite tracks in this game, you know. But yeah, it's definitely pretty apparent that high speed rating's not even in this game. What other track from GT1's not in this game? Autumn Ring, I don't think it's in it. I don't remember seeing it anyway. The really dark gray one seems to always be getting last. Thing. Yeah, these last. Well. Race number 4. I think anytime you have a series, I think it's always going to be 5 races. In this game, anyway. How many times am I going to say in this game? Now, of course, in some other Gran Turismos, it might only be 3 races, or it might be 10, or whatever. Which, one of them in this game is, or a few of them are 10. It's either 5 or 10, it seems. I may be wrong, though. There may be some different random ones. But so far, that's just what I've observed. Can't talk. Come on, blue, pass red. Y'all just aren't aggressive. We all pretty much are tuned exactly the same. So. Blue did pass red because of my stupidity and inability to drive. Come here, silver. Golly. Understeering bad. Of course, all these really tight corners. I think we did this same track for the 4-wheel drive championship too. Oh yeah, I remember it. It was the 3rd race. It's the 3rd race. It seemed like I had less trouble on this one than on other tracks. Look at all the Ferris wheels. Yeah, I really kind of missed that that horrible chicane in Gran Turismo 1. You know, that's what made this track so special. You know, and then they take that out and it's like, this track's just, it's just not the same anymore, you know? It's just like a normal track now. It's not something that you either come to love or come to hate. It's just, you know, here. It does have those sharp corners still, but man, that chicane was awesome. I used to do wish that they still had it. Man, I can't drive worth a freaking hoot. Golly, Audi TT, you're being like that Chrysler PT Cruiser. Come on, steer. Stop the understeer. Maybe that should be one of the upgrades that I get, is maybe sports tires. For almost all of these, I've just used normal tires. Yeah, I have not really developed much of a lead in this, which I suppose is okay. Yeah, this car does not do really well on very, very, very tight corners. So a corner like that, it's not too bad on, but when you get into corners like this, they're really tight. And those really aren't even bad. This one up here and the next one though, oh my heavens. Yeah, this one. It's definitely not quite that sharp in Gran Turismo 1. This is such a pretty track though. I guess it's supposed to be like Christmas or something, because look at all the trees lit up. It's always Christmas at Special Stage Route 11. Ain't that awesome? I don't know, some cities probably do keep trees lit up all year long. I don't know. I mean, I don't live in a city that does that, or near, or know of any, but it's possible, I would assume. I always thought that this track was based off of like New York City, but I'm probably wrong on that. There actually is a New York track in Gran Turismo 4. I definitely did better on this lap than the last lap. The last lap I kept hitting crap and being dumb, you know. Gran Turismo Lister. Now I'm so bored, I'm reading signs. What is this green sign here, though? I think it says like New River City in Gran Turismo 1. Oh, it still does say that. New River City. Wherever or whatever that is. There probably is a New River City. I'm sure that is something that exists. Way to go, Blue. Way to go. Making the pass on red. We cannot yawn yet. We cannot yawn. Yawning is not permitted, Sky. Where is this? Ooh, this looks like a new track that we haven't yet encountered. Oh, it is! Côte d'Azur. Côte d'Azur. I don't know how you say it. I never say it correctly, I guarantee. I really like this track. We did see it, of course, in the license test, but this is our first time actually getting a race on it. It is a very tough track. I like it, though. I say that now, but they probably will kill me on it because of all the really tight turns. I think that's why they purposely chose these two tracks. Because the Audi TT is not good on them, you know. Although it really doesn't matter because all I'm versing is Audi TTs. So they also aren't good on them. Dang, is that black? Dang, black passing red, blue, and everybody. Oh, understeer. Oh, not red. Red's back for blood, man. And I made a pass. This is not really a long track, but I guarantee it's going to take a long time with this car. It probably will take 2 minutes for one lap. Yeah. This part right here. You know, they took... This is almost how it was in Gran Turismo 1 on Special Series Route 11, except it wasn't that bad. Because, in Gran Turismo 1, you actually could take it full throttle. And so you'd actually be more likely to really screw it up. Because you could possibly take it full throttle if you had the right driving line. Whereas that, yeah, you know you're going to slow down. You know, you can still mess it up easy, but I mean, it's inevitable. You are going to slow down a lot. Unless you're like in an untuned Fiat 500. Then you might not have to. Then you might be able to take it full throttle. but yeah. I don't think any of us are going to be doing that. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Can I get this second lap done in less than 2 minutes? I don't think so. We'll try. Random humming of Super Mario World music. Please don't copyright me. Continue. What the heck? Nintendo. Please. That was being crazy. I like how this track's all sunny and everything. And of course, when you're on Laguna, Seca, or Seattle, it's all dark, you know. And it's not really dark, but it's, you know, sunset or sunrise. Oh gosh. Chicane of death. Here we go. Wonderful chicane of death. Wonderful screwing up. Y'all are keeping up with me. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are awarded a medal of the best granny drivers of the world. There we go. And it'll even have a picture of Betty Crocker on it. There we go. For whatever reason, Betty Crocker constitutes something that grannies would enjoy. I don't know. Anyway, I've really been sick. Oh golly, this is 3 laps. I didn't even pay attention. Golly, I thought I was done. You know, I've actually done that before. I actually would just think I was done, and then I'd let go of my controller, and then I'd run into a wall. Has anybody else ever done that, or is it just me? That's that crazy. Anyway, we got one more lap. Kind of like with the GT World Championship, how the last race at Green Valley Speedway was 3 laps. At least they aren't making us do 3 laps of Special Stage Route 11. But don't worry, we will have races later on where we'll be doing a lot more than 3 laps. Oh yeah. So if you love these long races, it's like every race will be an endurance race, y'all. I mean, really, kind of. Just a mini endurance race. Kind of funny because those races, most of the races in this game, excluding the endurance races, like almost all the professional events in this game, are more like, they count more as endurance races than the actual endurance races in GT6. I mean, like the longest ones you have there are 24-minute races, whereas a lot of the 10 to 20 lap races in this game are longer than 24 minutes. We're just kind of all just sucking on this track now. You know, you really could mess up there, and then of course they would fly past you. I've done that before on the last lap of this track. It's always pleasurable, except not really. But yay, done. So Blue got 4th. Oh well. I thought Black was passing some of them on that one, but I guess maybe that was Blue. Maybe that was Blue in disguise. Maybe it just looked black from the darkness or whatever. But yeah, this was fun. Yeah, I really do like the looks of this track too. And is it even in Gran Turismo 6? Golly. They take some tracks out, they bring them back. I get all confused on, you know, what tracks are in which game. I think they kept it from Gran Turismo 3 all the way through 6. I may be wrong, but I know it's in Gran Turismo 5. I think it's in 6 too. Isn't it in like the historic car cup? I think it is. And our beautiful car in action. Next. Yay, we won. And we get what? 10,000? Oh yeah, I was right. So I can mark the Taurus Trophy Audi TT race off my list. And yeah, the next thing is the Legend of Silver Arrow Mercedes-Benz. Oh, and what did we win? All of these look the same. I wonder what they could be. Audi TTs. Yay, and there, we won Blue. Look at that. Blue just gave us his car. That's what it did. He gave us his car for helping him make that pass on red on that one track. That's what it was. That's totally what happened. Thank you, Blue. Thank you. Well, honestly, though, I don't need 2 Audi TTs. Even though I always hate selling one of my cars, but really don't need it. So 11,645. So yeah, they're pretty much the same. It's actually quite a bit of money to sell that for. Of course, it was an expensive car. I had to buy it. So yeah, let's go ahead and sell it, I guess. Almost up to 200,000 credits. Of course, that's going to change in the next part when we have to buy an expensive car. So, hope to see y'all there. This has been Sky Hurricane. Hope you have a super awesome, blessed day. And as always, my friends, stay awesome. Goodbye, y'all.